Okay, hello everybody. Super excited. We are live. It is Friday, 11:30, and we are ready for lunch with Cindy. We're having pork and veggies today, and I could not be happier because I never make pork for myself. All right.
Okay, I am so excited, and we got it. This stuff takes about 20 minutes to a half an hour to cook, so I got to get on it right now. So today we are doing, I've been marinating this pork loin in a little lemon juice, and I cut it in half so it'd be more like medallions, so you can see it's the size of it next to my hand. It's real small. I want it to cook quickly. And my grandson said, I really love those mushrooms and onions you did with the steak. So I'm going to cook the pork loin in here. Then I'm going to throw the onions and cook it around it and put those mushrooms. And then his mom made some mashed potatoes to go with that. And then we've got some Romanesca. And this is, Romanesca is in the category, it's like cousins with broccoli, cauliflower, kale, and cabbage. So it has kind of all of that. They come from the same family, and it's got this really unique flavor. It's like, is it cauliflower? Is it cabbage? Is it? It's one of my favorite vegetables. So I'm going to do Romanesca today, and first I'm going to start off by getting our pork loin in here, and I've already marinated it. So I'm going to sear it, and you can hear that, and put it in a real high heat because we want to sear in all the juices. Okay, set this to the side. I want to get my Romanesca, and I've already cut it into, it looks like a cauliflower when you get it, except it's got little pointed tops, so I already broke it up. So I'm going to lay it here on my pan. Spray it so it has a little release. I'm going to put it out here. This takes about 20 minutes at 425. I've got a little lemon zest I'm going to put on here. And a little bit of the oil on the top. Now, I just took a regular recipe. What I do is I look for ideas on the internet. And then I go, how can I make it so that it's a little bit healthier? So what they recommend, I'm going to turn this now. They recommend to drizzle a little olive oil. I'm going to just put a little spray on the top, because I like to save my fat for my dressing on my salad. And I've got a little bit of lemon zest that I'm going to put on top here. At the end, I'm going to mix this all together. Maybe I'm going to I zested some, and then I'm going to kind of chop up this lemon. These are so little, these are from my garden. I'm having a hard time zesting them. And I can't find my little hand zester. So I'm just going to do a little smaller. So I'm going to put these kind of over the top. Hey, Rose, can you hand me some garlic out of the freezer?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to put a little garlic on here. So I've got lemon. Thank you. And in my my pork loin here, I could put a little sage, and I think I'm going to put a little sage around there. I'm going to take a little bit of this garlic cube, push it out. That's that fresh garlic. And I'm just going to kind of go around here and just put a little bit of fresh garlic on top here. I love the taste of garlic and lemon together. Okay, so like I said, at the end, I'm going to toss it together. going to give it a little more spray. I kind of moved it to the side. Okay, so I put the lemon and the garlic on top here, a little bit more spray. I've got my hands are wet. A little salt. You can use garlic salt. If you don't have fresh garlic, you can use a little garlic powder, not garlic salt, but garlic powder, as well as the sea salt. I'm going to pop it in the oven right now. Okay. Now my pork loin, I'm searing it all the way around. I'm going to spray a little bit. I'm going to add my onions. Now I'm going to put a little lid on this so I can kind of steam cook, like steam bake this pork loin. Ooh, this is going to be so nice. It's going to be perfect. So there I go. I'll be adding these mushrooms at the very end.
Sorry, I'm just gonna need to.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, perfect.
We've got our technical engineer just came in to fix it all up. Okay, so right here, I've got some butternut squash. They look like French fries, but these are butternut squash. And we got those in a little package. We can get them at Whole Foods, Trader Joe's. They look like French fries. So I'm gonna put the, wait, sorry, forgot to spray the bottom. Gotta hurry up and wait. So I'm gonna spray this. I'm gonna put my little butternut squash French fries here. Now, when you buy these, you got to use them within a day or so because they get really soggy after a while. They go quickly. So I'm going to just put a little bit more spray on here. These are going to be delicious. A little spray. And a little salt. You could put a little cumin, that goes really well. You could put a little curry, it could be curry and cumin and a little cayenne on here. Delicious. I'm gonna pop these in the oven right now. Oh, that garlic smells so good. Okay, so I've got my pork loin going, and because I put the lid on here, it's kind of baking. I seared the pork loin, and now it's kind of baking when I put the lid on. It's holding in the heat. But my onions are caramelizing and kind of infusing. The pork and the onions are working together and infusing each other. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go like this now. And you want to get to that pork to about 150 degrees. Then you want to let it sit for about 5 minutes to kind of even out. It's going to be perfect. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about, okay, so I wanted to talk about what happens for me around the food. So I have my meal all weighed and measured out today. So today I'm having chicken. You know, I made chicken yesterday and we made squash. So I've got the squash, I've got brown rice, I've got chicken, and I have my big salad. And in this salad I added, remember when I made the, I cut up the fresh dill and the cilantro, and I have cucumbers and lettuce. I ran out of tomatoes because I used all my tomatoes and I've got to get to the grocery store. So this is kind of a very large bowl of salad, but I love it. It's okay. Good. And then I sliced up a pear. So this is what I'm going to be eating for lunch today. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to have tonight I'm going to have the Romanesca because I put that into my plan. And I was thinking, as Rose and I were talking, I was thinking about, maybe tomorrow I'll make lentil stew, or I'll make chili, or I'll do, I'm thinking, well, maybe the way that I'm doing it is kind of boring for you. Although I've done this for 21 years. And what has helped me so it's not so boring is I only plan one day ahead. And I think I may have said that to you the other day. I just plan one day ahead. So tonight, when I write my food down for tomorrow, I look and see what either I have that's ready to be cooked or what I've already cooked from today or from the day before. I never really go more than 2 days with the food in my refrigerator, but right now I have spaghetti squash in there. I'll have butternut squash, those French fries. I've got some cauliflower that I roasted yesterday. I'm going to have the Romanesca. So it's like I have this variety of fresh food, vegetables that I can put into my meals. I try to only eat one type of vegetable at lunch and then a different at dinner. Because for me, when I'm mixing it up, pretty soon everything becomes mixed up and then it gets really boring for me. So I know that, oh wow, had squash at lunch. Tonight I'm going to have the Romanesca. I'm going to have tofu tonight. I made tofu yesterday when I grilled that off. So that is part of my plan. And then I made the chicken yesterday. So the pork, I don't eat pork, but I probably, tomorrow I'll be making canned tuna. So I'm going to plan that all my greens, I'm going to have a scoop of tuna. So I'm going to show you how I make tuna. So when I have a good plan and I stick to it, and it's just for today, this is all I'm going to be, I just got to do it tomorrow. And I've had people call me up and they go, gosh, I just can't stay doing this. I said, well, how are you doing your food? Excuse me. Looking good. Mushrooms are ready to go in. These onions are almost done. So I'm going to take my mushrooms. I'm going to put them around here. Add just a little bit more fat. Spray, not really fat, and a little bit of this pepper. Okay, turn it down low. I'll be checking the temperature in about 5 minutes. So I had some young women that have called me and they said, how do you continue to do this year, day after day, week after week, year after year, and still be excited about it? And I said, sometimes I think, man, I can't do this one more day. It's driving me crazy. If I thought I had to do this forever, I'd be out. But because I do it just for today and just what I have, it's like it stays interesting for me because I have the freedom of choice. When I was making my food for the whole week and planning out the whole week, and I'm gonna take this chicken, I'm gonna have it on these days, and this salmon, and then I'm gonna freeze it so that I have it all done. And I became so locked in that it made me crazy. And then I blamed the fact that it was happening the same. I was having to be locked in to eating this for this whole week. And maybe I wasn't in the mood to have the salmon on Thursday. But I knew that whatever I did the night before, I knew I could do it for one day. And I've had more people say to me, you mean I don't have to plan out the whole week? I don't have to do it all at once? And I said, that actually goes against you. I love food. I love the taste of food. You can see when I'm cooking, it's like I pulled up this recipe here for garlic and lemon roasted Romanesca cauliflower. And then I just looked at it and I thought, wow, you got your cauliflower. They put 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, cloves, and lemon zest. What can I do to change that so it fits into my food plan? Well, I'm not going to add the 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. I could, but I had 1 tablespoon of olive oil at lunch and or fat and 1 at dinner. Do I want to spend that olive oil on that vegetable there, or do I want it on my salad? Well, if it was tomorrow when I was having, well, no, because I'm going to spend my mayonnaise, my olive oil, and my tuna. If I wanted to have a dry salad or put lemon juice, which is fine, sometimes I choose to do that. Sometimes I choose to have either lemon juice or balsamic vinegar, or balsamic vinegar or apple cider vinegar on my salad, and I'll take that fat and I'll put it on my vegetable. Or maybe I'm having a baked potato and I've decided I'm going to take that fat and I'm going to use it as 1 tablespoon of butter and put it on my potato. I have the freedom of choice to do that, but I can't do it all. And I can't, as long as I stay in the day and I'm the one that's choosing how to do that, and I have guidelines that I say to myself, you have guidelines to stay healthy. If you want to keep your weight off and you want to stay healthy, here's the guidelines, and you can work within these guidelines. But when I step out and I blame, oh my gosh, that's too rigid, I can't do that, or somebody upset me and I'm going to eat. I used to eat over things, and that get into the blame game. Oh, I'll show you. I'm going to eat this whole gallon of ice cream or this whole cake or whatever it is because I'm so mad at how you're treating me. Here I am adding insult to my own injury instead of taking good care of myself. And the better I take care of myself and the more accountable I am to me and my happiness and my food, one day at a time, the easier my life becomes, because then I can separate it out. Sometimes I'm just lonely. Sometimes I'm thirsty. Sometimes I'm tired. And if I detach the food from that, I can identify what I'm feeling. And then also to be able to talk with my daughter. I mean, I may see something one way, and we were speaking today how we saw something. And she was able to listen to me and give me her feedback, which shifted how I saw it. Because I can't see what I'm sitting on anyway. So when I express how I feel, even if it's not her truth, to be able to talk with each other about it, if I was in the food, I would be turning to the food and holding in the resentment. And I think I've heard somebody say, eating this food is like me swallowing the poison, the sugar, the flour, or whatever, and expecting you to die or something to happen to you. But really, it's just happening to me. So I know, because of the way that I am with the food and how I wanted to take care of myself, that a lot of my relationships have settled down just because I stay in the day. Oh my goodness. Look at that. It has steamed. So these mushrooms and onions have steamed perfectly. I'm going to check the pork to see if the temperature is right. I have my little trusty. Make sure you guys get one of these. You can get them at the grocery store, Bed Bath & Beyond. I think they're about like $10, $12. And it's always good to be able to check the temperature. Let's see where we're at. Yes. Perfect. I can turn everything off because it is done. I'm going to just let it sit. So I've heard it said, just for today I can do something. If I thought I had to do it for a lifetime, I'd probably lose my mind. And that goes for everything. That goes for going to school, teaching the way I do. If I thought I had to be there for the rest of my life with this same class of seniors or juniors or sophomores, I might lose my mind. But when I just break it into one day, okay, I'm going to do this with them. I have an overall goal where I want to get to, but I can only do what I can do for today. And that's how I feel about our food and taking care of myself. So, and I have this logo that we put on the chef jackets that says, if I can change the food, I can change everything. And that's just where we start. Okay, here's my Romanesca. Can you see that? It is gorgeous brown. Oh, I can smell the garlic and the lemon. I am just going to give it a little poke here. See how this is. Oh, oh, oh. I'm so excited. It's so perfect. It's so perfect. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Okay, this is perfectly cooked. Now I'm going to check on my little French fries. These are wonderful too. A little softer because I rinsed them in water and I think that was my mistake. But not bad. I'm going to just let them sit out here. And I am going to cut up that pork. Beautiful. With 8 minutes to spare, okay? Pork loin, Romanesca. I'm going to take this out. There's the mushroom. So I'm going to take it and I'm just going to slice it. Oh, is that beautiful and moist. I wish you could take a bite right now. That is beautiful. Okay. And then we're just going to put the pork loin here. Is that gorgeous, Rose?
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah. And these mushrooms. Look at this. This is just scrumptious. Scrumptious, scrumptious. Oh, my goodness, my goodness. Does that look amazing? Look at that. Look at that pork loin. Oh, okay. He's licking his lips over here. Come take a look. And when you include your children and your grandchildren in what you're doing and cooking, their palate changes because these aromas and having it around them, we're changing the food, we're changing everything in our family. So I am so excited about sharing this all with you. And wow, enjoy. So we're a little bit early, but I think that that's okay. Now you have more time to get your food together. No excuse for eating really good food every day. It's not expensive. It doesn't take up a lot of your time. What I cooked here today is enough for me for today and tomorrow and the next day. So, and our family. So thank you so much. Have a great day and see you tomorrow.